Okay. Blend in. Don't be weird. Don't stand out. Well, that never really worked for me.
Guy, your talk has started.
Exactly.
I was born with a defect in my arm. Couldn't do half the things that my friends could. And kids can be really mean. It was so bad that in 4th grade, I even wrote a poem about it. I called it Damn Arm. My arm made me stand out when all I wanted was to blend in. So it left me no choice. I started experimenting. In a world allergic to weird, standing out may just be our most human superpower. Let's start with the science, the von Restorff effect. Our brains are efficiency machines. They filter out the ordinary to save energy. And whenever something breaks the mold, boom, dopamine, emotion, memory. It sticks. You will not remember everything from today. But the moments that broke the pattern, those your brain will fight to keep. And the question is, which pattern will you break to be remembered? Here at university, we teach models and theories and best practices. You know, it's funny though, the people who make the biggest difference in our lives break all of them. Like my grandma. She used to laugh like thunder in a library. I swear, everywhere, anytime. Inappropriate? 100%. Unforgettable? Absolutely. According to a Princeton study, we judge people in just a split second. And most of that first impression, we call it, comes from what we see. Some politicians stand up with wild haircuts, while some tech founders stand out by wearing the same thing every single day. It doesn't matter how you stand out. It doesn't. What matters is why. Because it's not about being a bigger echo. It's about developing our own original sound. Now, let's do a little pulse check. You've been sitting down for a while. Stand up, everyone. Stand up. Get on your legs. All right. The noise the professor loves to hear. Okay. Now, here's your job. You need to sit back down. All right. If anything I say has ever happened to you, listen carefully. Sit down if someone told you once, you're too much. You're too different. You're too loud. You're too quiet. All right. Now sit back down. If you've worn something once, you absolutely love that someone else hated. That went way faster than I thought. Look around, everyone. We all stand out. We all stands out. Standing out isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, warm, kind, like my wife. She doesn't like flashy colors. Yet, she stands out to so many people with kindness and love. Like the shop owner, like a shop owner who remembers your name, a teacher who checks in, or a colleague who brings a cake on a random Tuesday. In this world screaming for attention, it's quiet kindness that makes us pause. And it's those moments that echo loudest in our memory. Now, let's be very, very clear. Not everyone who stands out deserves to be remembered. Hitler stood out. He did. And so do influencers dancing next to tragedy. And honestly, I gotta admit something to you. Almost every day when I open the news or social media, it makes me sick. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's almost like the loudest voices often have the least to say. Standing out without values is just ego with a megaphone. And I've made that mistake myself more than once, posting something on social media without fully checking the facts, maybe even hurting someone just for a few likes. The problem isn't standing out. It's knowing how far to go. So I tried to visualize it. You all know the standard distribution, right? It's that bell-shaped curve where most of us land in the middle. Well, that's the average, safe, predictable, and forgettable. Then there's the bold, the originals, those who truly challenge us. And then the bizarre, which is the extreme and deeply uncomfortable. Now, the sweet spot is somewhere between bold and bizarre. That's where the magic happens. Because the goal is not always to stand out at all costs. It's to stand out just enough to make people feel and think and remember. Our brains, they love patterns. They really do. But they live for surprise. Some of the best conversations I've had were in a tiny airplane wearing pink. Now, why would I do that? Why? Because it shatters expectations. Unexpected moments are awesome. They create emotion, and emotion creates memory. And one of the best tools we have, all of us, and no, you don't have to wear pink for it, is humor. Stanford researchers found that leaders who use humor are 27% more admired. Their teams 15% more engaged and as double as creative. So yeah, even in super serious jobs, being funny can be really, really powerful. Now we've all seen it. Someone enters the room and the energy kind of shifts. Not from noise, from presence. How do you do that? 2 easy ways. Silence, body language. Silence signals confidence. A 2025 Wharton study found that speakers who build silence strategically into their talks are seen to be more persuasive and even thoughtful. Yeah, see, it works. Now look at my hands. Not next to my body, not behind my back, definitely not in my pockets, right here, between my chest and my belly button. This area here has a name. It's called the power zone. And it turns out that open gestures right here don't just make a speaker look more confident, they make them feel more confident. Because presence isn't about volume. Sorry. It's about gravity. That subtle pull that makes people stop, listen, and remember. Confession, I love pink, but you already know that. And I'd trade my soul for ice cream every single day. Your weirdness, it's not a flaw. It's your unique fingerprint in a world of copies. Now, for years and years, I've been wondering, what is it? What is it that makes some people stand out more than others? Is it how people look, dress, Or is it how people behave? The visible or the invisible? So let's do a quick last test. There's no right or wrong. Which do you think is stronger? Raise your hand if you think it's looks. Oh. All right, now raise your hand if you think it's behavior, the invisible stuff. Exactly. Interesting, right? Well, we did a little experiment. We asked more than 200 people the same question. And yes, looks make the first impression. But what really, really sticks is the invisible stuff. Things like courage and humor and values with about 83%. So your looks can open the door, but it's the energy that makes people stay. Finally, I work with thousands and thousands. Students, activists, executives, brilliant minds, truly, big personalities, but only a very few stuck. Einstein, Gandhi, Malala, they never try to fit in, yet they became the dot we remember. For a very, very long time, I hated my arm. I really did. Because it put me in the spotlight, which I never asked for. Today, I'm kind of grateful for it because it taught me this. We all have something that stands out. All of us. That's the superpower. What matters is how we use it. In a world full of noise and fear and sameness, stand out or get lost.